The Lethal Lovers, Catherine Wood and Gwendolyn Graham.
Lesbians.
Tons of lesbians.
The year is 1986 in Walker, Michigan, which is a suburb near Grand Rapids. The two women worked as nurses' aides in the care facility at Alpine Manor and quickly became friends. The two of them supposedly worked together in order to complete 5 total killings within the nursing home in the span of 2 years.
The two began a game of sorts with the killings. Alpine Manor became their very own amusement park. But their love for each other knew no bounds. And the game was just the tip of the iceberg, I guess.
They tried to spell out the word murder with the letters of their victims' first names.
It's not clear if the intent was only to do it once and then they got a taste for it, or if they had planned a spree from the beginning, but either way, it's beyond messed up.
And in most cases, the deaths were ruled as natural or just due to old age, so they were never questioned about it.
Personally, I think this episode is a good choice because it deals a lot with the objective truth, especially in regards to the two women who ultimately turn on each other and confess against one another. Kathy planned to tie Gwen down until the end of time. Gwen never really stood a chance when it came to Kathy's claws sinking deeper into her. We know that Kathy suffered from pathological personality disorder with narcissistic tendencies, so we already know that she is slightly detached from a reality as a whole.
Gwen herself suffered from some pretty serious mental health issues as well, including borderline personality disorder and several psychopathic personality traits. They lied, they stole, they cheated their way around being found out for quite some time. Both women are arrested in 1989.
After Kathy and Gwen's arrests, they are swiftly brought into court for trial. This trial is very interesting because it focuses heavily on the mental health of Gwendolyn Graham. However, Kathy's pathological personality and narcissism are never once brought up.
Had they leaned into the forensics, they could have saved 4 additional lives.
Gwen and Kathy both have different stories about how this all went down, both of which they each held up in court.
Of course, the two of them were suspected as guilty because obviously their conflicting stories were conflicting.
Kathy Woods claims that the idea to commit the murders began as a challenge from Gwen to quote-unquote prove her love to her. It seems that the claim of it being for the purpose of a love bond tracks.
Kathy claimed in her testimony that it was in fact Gwen's idea to begin these games, which is completely unlike anything Gwen has ever done in her life. Her testimony is pretty, it's smaller.
She denies involvement entirely.
Denying any knowledge of them ever happening.
Podcasts have a sound person. Our resident sound person, Alex, we all know her, we all love her. She's going to be joining the team as an official podcaster.
Look how far we've come.
Oh, the baby Jessica raffle thing.
Who's that?
I don't know, let me see.
Storm Rage 1212, Mitchell Redmond.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Did you?
No, did you?
No.